Let's start part 3 of the chapter Industries. This is the topic distribution of major industries. Where the major industries are distributed or located in the world. So in this part we'll study about iron and steel industries. Iron and steel industries and textile industry are the main dynamic industries in the world and two of the old industries. The iron and steel and textile industries are older industries, while information technology is an emerging industry. This is the new industry. Emerging industries are also known as sunrise industries. For example, wellness, hospitality, knowledge, information technology. These are the emerging industry you have to note down. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located: Germany, USA, China, Japan, Russia, and textile industry concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan. The major hubs of information technology: Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region in India. So we have discussed here the location of three industries: iron and steel industries. Here this is the main center. Textile industries, this is the main center. And after that, information technology, Silicon Valley and Bangalore, right? So about these locations we'll discuss in detail. But first we have to take iron and steel industry. Iron and steel industry, this is the backbone of other industry. It is the most important industry. Why it is called backbone of other industries, right? Because it produces the products which are very necessary for other industries. For example, machinery is prepared in the iron and steel industry. For transport, vehicles, trucks, railways, other means of transports. For making bridges and railway tracks and roadways, etc. So all kinds of things are made up of iron and steel with the help of iron and steel. So in this way it is the most important industry. For other industries it is the backbone. So the inputs for the industry: raw material such as iron ore, coal, limestone, along with labor, capital, site means land, and other infrastructure. The process of converting iron into steel involves many stages. The raw material is put in the blast furnaces, first of all, where it undergoes smelting. First, blast furnaces, the iron ore is put into blast furnaces, and after that smelting and then refined. So these are the main processes. The output obtained is steel, so which may be used for other industries by other industries as raw material. This is the process you can see in this diagram. 8 tons of coal approximately required, 4 tons of iron ore, 1 ton of limestone. Then we will produce 1 ton of steel, and this is the furnace, blast furnace. First of all, these things are put into furnace, and after that in blast furnaces, then due to the heat, slag, one side slag and one side molten iron. Steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut or made into wire. Special alloys of steel can be made by adding small amounts of other metals such as aluminium, nickel and copper. Alloys give steel unusual hardness, toughness or ability to resist rust, right? So it means mixing up of these other metals, steel has become very stronger. So steel is often called the backbone of modern industries. About this we have talked. Before 1800 AD, iron and steel industry was located where raw material, power supply and running water were easily available. So this is the location. The best location before 1800, the best location from 1800 to 1950, this one best location, and this one is the best location according to the period before 1800, where the sea routes are nearby. But here Due to the transport availability and the development in other means, industry can be set up in these kinds of places anywhere. So this was about. Later, the ideal location for the industry was near coal fields and close to canals and railways. After 1950, iron and steel industry began to be located on large areas of flat land near seaports because of transporting it to other countries to export. This is because by this time steel works had become very large and iron ore had to be imported from overseas. Clear? So import and export, both the things can be done easily on the sea coastal regions. In India, iron and steel industry has developed taking advantages of raw materials, cheap labor, transport. So all these kinds of things are available in India. All the important steel producing centers such as Bhilai is in Chhattisgarh, Durgapur and Burnpur are in West Bengal, Jamshedpur is in Jharkhand, Raurkela is in Odisha, Bokaro is in Jamshedpur, and another one. So these are the states as we have discussed. Bhadravati in Karnataka, Vijayanagar also is in Karnataka, Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu. So these are the 10 major iron and steel industries in India. If we talk about the iron and steel industries location in the world, so you can see this map here. South Africa, this is the location of iron and steel industries. In Brazil, on the eastern coastal areas of Brazil. Australia, eastern coastal regions. In India, Chota Nagpur Plateau region. In Japan, China, eastern China, or in Russia, Eastern Europe and Central and Western Europe. This is the eastern parts of United States of America and several locations in Canada and USA. So these are the major iron producing state in the world, countries in the world. Now this is about Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur, where very famous iron and steel company located, that is called TISCO. This is the private sector industry. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in the country, Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited. It was privately owned. After independence, the government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO was started in 1907. 1907 started the production in 1912 in a big amount. It was set up at Sakchi. This was the name of place near the confluence of the river Subarnarekha and Kharkai in Jharkhand. Later on, Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Means Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Geographically, Jamshedpur is the most conveniently situated iron and steel center in the country. You can see in this sketch. This is Kharkai river and this one is Subarnarekha or Subarnarekha river. This is TISCO and this is the place of Sakchi. And it is situated on the Tatanagar railway station. Means this is the railway track to West Bengal, Bengal-Nagpur railway line. It is situated on Bengal-Nagpur railway line. This place was only 32 km away from Kalimati station, right on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. So it was close to the iron ore, coal and manganese deposits. So it was very important site for the location of iron and steel industries and which provided a large market at Kolkata. TISCO gets coal from Jharia in Jharkhand, coal fields, iron ore, limestone, dolomite, manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and Subarnarekha rivers ensured sufficient water supply. Government initiatives provided adequate capital for its later development. So in Jamshedpur, several other industrial plants were set up after TISCO. They produce chemicals, locomotive parts, agricultural equipment, machinery, tin plate, cable and wire. So with the iron and steel industries, other industries also were set up in that place, on that place. So it became a very important industrial belt. The development of iron and steel industry opened the doors to rapid industrial development in India as we have discussed here. The Indian iron and steel industry consists of large integrated steel plants as well as mini steel plant. Integrated steel plants are very big or large steel plants where all kinds of functions including refining, smelting or other things also done on the same place. And mini steel plants are separated or marginalized steel plants. It also includes secondary producers, rolling mills and ancillary industries. Next place is Pittsburgh. It is situated in the United States of America. It is also famous for iron and steel industry, right? Its location is very amazing for iron and steel industry, setting up of this industry. Some of the raw materials such as coal is available locally, while the iron ore comes from iron ore mines at Minnesota, about 1500 kilometers from Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply. The famous Great Lakes waterway trains carry the ore from Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio River is very important river for this industry, and Monongahela and Allegheny. All these three rivers provide adequate water supply for this industry at Pittsburgh. Today, very few of the large steel mills are in Pittsburgh itself. They are located in the valleys of Monongahela and Allegheny rivers above Pittsburgh and along the Ohio River below it. Finished steel is transported to market by both land and water routes, means through the sea routes or through the lakes and the rivers, and by using land transport. So finished products or finished steel is transported. The Pittsburgh area has many factories other than steel plants, as Jamshedpur. These use steel as their raw material to make many different products such as railroad equipment, heavy machinery, and rails, etc. So, dear students, this was about iron and steel industries. Now, in the next video, we'll discuss about the cotton textile industry. Thank you. Have a nice day.